Time now for our Life and Info segment, where we focus on information useful for your everyday life, whether you're in Korea or somewhere else around the world. Today we're going to focus on culture, and to explain what's going on in South Korea right now, we have our Won Jong-hwan in the studio with us. So Jong-hwan, what have you brought in for us today?
Hi Mark, this coming Sunday it marks 100th anniversary of the Korean cinema, meaning exactly 100 years ago the country screened its first Korean-made movie.
Okay.
Various events are scheduled to be held throughout the nations, including a grand festival which will be held at Gwanghwamun Plaza over the weekend. But today I'm here in the studio to talk about a museum that has just opened to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Korean cinema. The museum is called the Dansongsa Cinema History Hall, and the place was used to be the country's hottest cinema back in the days. Just to tell you briefly about the place itself, in 1907, Dansongsa opened as Korea's first motion picture house. A couple of years later, Dansongsa hosted the premiere of Korea's first movie called Fight for Justice on October 27, 1919, exactly 100 years ago. And that is how the Korean Film Day has born.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Fight for Justice, this first Korean movie, was like. Perhaps they'll show it. But so it's a museum inside what used to be a cinema. Before we get too deep into what's inside now, is this cinema / museum actually still screening movies for people to watch?
Well, technically, yes, but no as well, because to preserve the history of the cinema itself as much as possible, it has left only one theater inside the museum for the visitors to watch the classical movies and films. But the theater runs only on special occasions. When I was there during the opening ceremony, it played 서편제, a 1993 movie directed by South Korean film master Im Kwon-taek. And that occasion was due to him personally attending the ceremony. The organizers didn't give out much planned detail of how the theater will run, but they said classic Korean films will be screened when group tours are scheduled, with the purpose of educating young students. In fact, there is a reason for Dansongsa to stop screening movies. The cinema faced a crisis in the late 1990s amid the opening of big multiplexes by entertainment giants. It tried to reopen as a multiplex theater in 2005, but failed to stay afloat in the following years. It changed hands several times, but eventually theater was closed for years.
Okay, so you went there to watch the screening of the film, and I don't suppose they sell popcorn or anything like that. No. You go there strictly for the film. So yeah, it's sad to see that it's no longer a fully functioning cinema, but at least we can say it's still there. It's a museum now, so people can still go along and see 100 years of Korean cinema, how it's changed. So if we go along, what can we expect to see?
The museum, which is located at the basement floor, has more than 5,000 pieces that represents the history of the film industry, including original posters, scripts, and even the filming equipment. It also has a memorial zone for directors, actors, and actresses. And as you walk down the aisles, you can see how the film industry, both domestic and overseas, has developed over time. So for those who are interested in visiting, Dansongsa is located at the intersection of Jongro Samga in downtown Seoul, and it's free of charge.
Wonderful, free of charge. Free is probably my favorite word in the English language, but very fun, and interesting as well. Not only if you're a fan of film, but also Korea's history over the last 100 years, because you'll see how it's progressed, because it's often shown through film as well. Jong-hwan, thank you very much for coming in. Now, we are going to take a quick look at some other cultural and sporting events that are taking place across South Korea. Bye.